Hey fragrance rockers! Do you want to hear all about the 2022 release by Brioni called Eau de Parfum Eclat? Stick around. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to my channel, Kristen Rocks Frags. My name is Kristen and it's time to talk fragrances. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please be sure to like this video and don't forget to subscribe. So, if you guys have been checking out Brioni, they released some beautiful cold weather, very gentlemanly scents. They're really sexy and delicious, very sensual. So, this year, they decided to release a summer offering, which is really cool, something kind of different. So this is based out of France, and they're a men's company, so they, they make suits and a lot of luxurious kind of things like that. So they're very high-end, luxurious. So they already have a few scents that they, like I mentioned, that are more on the deeper, sensual kind of side. So this was a different take on their Brioni line. So Eclat actually means brilliance or brightness. So that you can tell they're going for more like a summery, bright, sparkly kind of feel here. This is, just like the name says, Eau de Parfum concentration. And this only comes in one size, a 3.4 ounce. And that retails for $120. Let me show you the bottle real quick. It's a very beautiful bottle, don't want to forget that. So I love that frosted glass look that they have going on here. So their other bottles are very dark blue, you can't really see through them either. So it's kind of cool, you can see your juice level on this, but it still has that signature silky logo there. It's kind of like, looks like it's like a patch, almost like it's sewn on. And it's a nice classy cap with their logo on top, and they even have the bee on their sprayer, and you have your information and such on the bottom. And it's a pretty heavy bottle too, thick glass, solid. I will go through the notes and we will go from there as always. So at the top we have olibanum, grapefruit and pink pepper, and at the heart we have patchouli and rose, and then at the base we have ambroxan, sandalwood, and musk. So let me get a spray going here, and I will give my thoughts. Pretty decent spray actually, it really pushes there. So at the top you get kind of a bright, sparkly, you get the brightness and the sparkly feel from the grapefruit, but it's kind of spicy because of the pink pepper and the olibanum together. It kind of gives it like almost like a prickly feel, if that makes sense. So it's like a sparkly, kind of prickly feel, kind of citrusy, of course, and juicy with the grapefruit. But pretty quickly it does kind of get floral and somewhat green. So the patchouli, I'd say, isn't like a kind of like a dark, dirty patchouli. It's kind of maybe more of a greener take. And the rose is kind of interesting. The rose is kind of a it's a very green rose. It's almost like you're getting the flower and the stem too. So kind of picture that. So it's kind of nice, natural, not like powdery or anything like that. And as it dries down, it kind of gets a little bit creamy and smooth and wispy because of that sandalwood combining with the musk, and the ambroxan gives it a little bit more of a sparkle, I think, that adds to that sparkly quality to the scent. So it definitely lives up to the name for sure, because it does have a very kind of sparkly, airy, wispy feel to it, a little bit green. So it's just kind of, it's very clean and pure, almost a touch soapy, but not too, not overly so. I'd say the most that I get out of it is the rose, believe it or not, on my skin. The musk, it gets very musky and smooth. I'd say that grapefruit keeps going in throughout this. Even though it's at the top, I still get that kind of fruity, juicy feel at the same time. So as it gets harder to pick this one up as it dries down. I was even just giving it a full wearing. It gets harder to really pick out the notes in this one. I must say, it is very, very smooth. Performance-wise, I would say this is where it kind of lacks a little bit. On me, I'd say 4 to 6 hours, but I think more on the lower end for me. So I got okay projection for the first half hour or so, but overall I found this one very wispy and light, like I mentioned before. I think there's something about Ambroxan for me that makes me go blind to a scent rather quickly. I notice a lot of the scents that I have with Ambroxan in them, I just kind of, I don't know, like after like an hour or two, I'm like, is it still there, So I think that's kind of normal for people. Yeah, this is one you kind of have to, I think, be kind of more close up to notice it. It's not really a loud scent. If you spray your clothes, that'll help a little bit with the longevity. But overall, I don't find this to really be a loud, big scent. So this is one that's kind of a little bit closer, a little bit more intimate, even though it's a summer kind of scent. Something that I'd compare it to, it kind of reminds me of Someone Like You by ELDO. I can't pronounce it. Ita Libre d'Orange. I hope I said that right. But it kind of reminds me of that, but picture that kind of floral green feel that it has, but take out the mint, of course, and add maybe some spices to that in a slight earthy feel because of the patchouli. So yeah, throughout, this kind of has that same kind of natural green, slightly floral feel that Someone Like You has, but like I said, kind of picture kind of muskier, creamier because of the sandalwood, with a little bit of that kind of sparkly airiness from the Ambroxan. But right away, that kind of floral feel made me think of that. So I wouldn't say they smell exactly the same, of course not, but there's a bit of a green floral thing, like a very summery green floral feel that I kind of get from there. So even though this is marketed to men, I find this one very unisex, actually. Maybe even a touch feminine leaning. I think a woman could easily pull this off. You know me, I love all those masculine scents, but I have to say this one's kind of a little bit on the lighter feminine side. And this may be a little bit on the floral side for me. I'm really picky about rose, and I think I prefer rose in deeper, darker scents. So I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of rose in a summery application. I'm just, for some reason, I don't know, I'm just not crazy about that style. It comes off a little bit light to me. Sometimes it can give me a little bit of a headache, just, for me. I don't know why, but rose can. And it kind of goes there a little bit. Like for me, I did 5 sprays. And for me, I don't know if I could do much more. Even though this was kind of a lighter scent, the rose really stood out to me. So maybe on someone else's skin it would be a little bit more spicy perhaps and earthy, but for some reason on me, rose jumps out. I don't know why, or I just notice it right away. You still get the musky feel and that green feel, which I like. I wish it performed a little bit better. For some reason this one was it was kind of on the lighter side for me overall, and I didn't notice it for very long. Maybe this is one of those ones that's deceiving, that maybe other people will notice even after you think it's gone. But for me, I only noticed it for maybe about 4 hours or so. So application-wise, or occasion-wise, I would say this would be great for a professional setting because it smells like a well put together person. It smells kind of professional because it still smells, very clean, but in a different way. Like I said, kind of soapy, but not really. It's like a natural soap, maybe something like that. But I think that would work because it's not in your face, it's not loud, and it's not really attention grabbing, I wouldn't say. And maybe, I think you can get away with this even not for a casual daytime kind of thing. So, if you enjoyed their sexy, evening kind of scents for cold weather, definitely check them out. They're delicious. This might work for you if you're looking for something kind of on the lighter side, but still luxurious. That'll, work better in the heat, of course. So, yeah, this is a tough one to figure out. So I don't know. Like I enjoy it, but I think I do prefer their darker, deeper scents. I like when scents are a little bit bigger and in your face. But if you're looking for something, that is very classy, clean, but not overly attention grabbing, not in your face. It won't overwhelm anyone or yourself. This might be one to try. That's my take on Brioni Eclat. Have you tried this one? Do you like it, love it, or hate it? Definitely let me know in the comments below. And yeah, have you explored this house at all yet? Definitely let me know. Overall, I really enjoy this brand. It's very classy. You can tell they put a lot of thought, and it's very luxurious, and that they use very, good ingredients for sure. So I'm excited to see what else they come out with this year. We'll see. Maybe they'll make like a bolder version of this. Maybe they'll make an intense of this. So we'll see. Maybe that I might like a little bit more robust. Maybe a little bit, if they made it a little bit spicy or something. Maybe calm down the rose a little bit, But yeah, it's a good one. So definitely worth trying. If you do want to check it out, definitely check out our website, parfum.com, and don't forget to use my coupon code KRF12 when you check out. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. As always, it's great to see you, and I hope you have a wonderful day of smelling good. Thank you.